Well, that was a great win. That was a great team, all-around team win. I don't think there's any question about it that every phase of our football team contributed, and that was a very good, very talented football team that we beat tonight. No question about that. My hat's off to our coaching staff all the way around. Coach Roof and the defensive staff just did a tremendous job. I think our defense is getting better every week. I think that's something that is, obviously one of our goals, because we've had a lot of room for improvement. Offensively, at times we were not really where we wanted to be, but when we had to get first downs, when we had to have a couple of big plays in there, we were able to do that. So, and then the kicking game again was off the chart. I really feel like it was the difference in the ball game. Our punt game was outstanding. Our coverage was outstanding. Again, I think we had 2 turnovers simply because we were getting a great height on the ball and we were getting great coverage down there in the returner's face, which puts pressure on those guys. So, I mean, I just think it was that was a great win for Auburn. And we had a lot of ex-players come back for this game. And as for our great fans, because they played a huge part in this as well, as they always do. The home field advantage that we get playing at home is something that we certainly love to play in front of. So it was a win for everybody. It was a great win, and so I'm very proud of our staff. I'm really proud of our players, and just a great win for Auburn.
Questions?
Coach, you had 3 quarterbacks tonight. What did you learn, and what can we expect going forward?
Well, we'll evaluate it, and we made a change at halftime and put Clint in there, and Barrett's done a real nice job for us, and so we're not, in any way, shape, or form saying that Barrett can't play anymore. That's not the message. The message is that we needed a spark, and we needed to, we needed to see if we could get something going offensively, and Clint came in and had a couple of big, big plays down the field, one to Q Carr and one to Philip Lutzenkirchen. At critical times in the game, we needed to swap the field position. In both of those cases, we needed to score and or swap the field position. We did that. And so, he came in and gave us a spark. But we used Kyle tonight again, expanded his package a little bit, and we'll continue to do that. But as far as, I know the question everybody's going to ask is, well, what now? What does that mean? I don't, quarterback-wise, we're going to evaluate the game like we always do, and we'll move forward, we'll proceed from there. And, I'm not going to stand up here and say that all of a sudden there's, all these changes and all those different things. I don't know the answer to that right now. I got to go see the film. So, again, it was just right people making plays at the right time, and, I think that's what won the ball game.
Talk about your defense and how dominant they were.
I think that's a good word. I thought they were dominant. I think that's the only word you could use. I mean, probably 40 or 50 yards of their offense came on the last drive when we knew they had 2 scores. I couldn't be more proud of it. I see it in practice, though. I see the way they work in practice, and I see a pattern of them understanding the urgency of being a better defense. They've understood that, and I think we've certainly gotten better in the last 3 weeks, and I've said that. So they'll continue to improve. We'll continue to work in that direction. But I'm really proud of them because, they don't listen to all the stuff out there. They just kind of come out there and really, try to play good football. I think tonight 3rd downs again. I think every week we've improved on 3rd downs, getting off the field. We're just playing better. They're playing more physical. That was a really good running game Florida had. They got a lot of speed. They've got a lot of success running the football. And our #1 goal going in was to stop the run. And they did that tonight.
Can you talk about you guys keeping them from running outside tonight?
Well, we just felt like we had to set edges to our defense. And when we didn't set an edge to our defense the week before, it resulted in a long touchdown. So most of the year we've been doing it pretty effectively in terms of setting the edge to the defense, or at least certainly the last few weeks we have. So that was going to be the name of the game with these guys, setting the edge of the defense. They did a lot of different things with different people at quarterback, and they had different ideas with different people, which made it a little bit difficult to game plan for who was doing what. But I thought the outside perimeter run game, pursuit, and tackling was very good tonight.
Gene, talk about all prognosticators out there. Not many would have expected you to be 5-2 at this point. Just talk about how you feel about where this season as a whole has gone.
Well, Philip, I mean, that's, I'm happy that we had the win tonight, but, quite frankly, our expectation, at this point in time was to be 7-0. I mean, really, that's what our players thought, that's what our coaches thought, and we had our chances to win some games. I mean, so, to win the 2 that we lost 2 football games to 2 top 10 teams. Had our chances, but we're happy we won the game tonight. We're happy that we're getting better as a football team in different areas. We've got a lot of work to do in some areas, and I think that was obvious tonight. But at the end of the day, we have fought and clawed and scratched our way to 5 wins. And that's how we're going to have to do it.
D'Angelo Benton said he scored his first touchdown in 3 years, and after the week he had last week, to see him go get that ball on that what in essence was a free play because of the penalty. Just talk a little bit about what that can mean to a young man's confidence.
Well, I think it's enormous. I think it's huge. He was down after last week. And he knew he had opportunities. And he knew that he didn't capitalize on those opportunities, and so to see a young guy, that has worked so hard, I am so proud of him, his background and what he's been through, and it's just awesome to see a guy like that score a touchdown tonight. And really, that was not your routine catch. He had to go up and grab that ball and snatch it and bring it down, and he did that. So. Hopefully that'll give him some more confidence moving forward.
Gene, was Emory available at all tonight?
I think he's making some strides. We just didn't feel like he was at the place where he could go in there and be effective at getting off press coverage and doing all the things. And then that we didn't want to take the chance of him going out there playing 10 plays. Him losing ground on how much he's gained in terms of getting better. And then he's out 3 more weeks. So we'll continue to rehab him and continue to treat him. Hopefully he'll be getting better.
What are some of the keys or reasons you've seen your ability to pressure the quarterback more in the last couple of weeks?
I just think defensively, the kids are really executing the plan. And, I just think that, whether it's 4-man rush, I think we're getting a little more pressure, or whether it's true blitz pressure, and I think Ted's done a good job of really mixing up the calls and mixing up the coverages. And, again, I just think overall the defense is gaining confidence, and they understand the importance of pressuring the quarterback and what that does for you getting off the field, or keeping you out of those 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 situations. And I think that's, they've continued to improve and get better in that regard.
Take 2 more.
Gene, talk about the last punt. Pretty big pressure situation there in the punt.
Mark, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, our punt unit, our special teams units, we've said it all year. I mean, they're game changers. For us, a game changer is not necessarily always a guy dropping a punt, we recover it. Obviously, that's a no-brainer game changer. Game changers for us is switching field position, because we're a team that has to win by field position. That's it. That's where we're at. And Stephen has done a great job of A, flipping field position for us numerous times, and B, tonight, punt some of those balls up there that bring rain. I mean, those things are in the clouds, and our coverage is excellent. And when you can get that kind of hang time on your punts, and you got Ontario McCaleb or Keem Means or one of those guys in the returner's face, that causes problems.
Gene, Clint took it really hard when he didn't win the job. Talk about just him being able to come in the second half and having the poise to be a backup, and then
Really, I'm really proud of Clint. I really am. I'm really proud of him. And we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago, and I just said, hey, when your time comes, shame on you if the opportunity presents itself and you're not ready. And I think he took that to heart, you know, and I didn't say that for any reason other than I just felt like it was time to really talk to Clint about, in practice, really, you know, upping his game, upping his level. And the opportunity presented itself, you know, tonight. And, you know, there'll be things that we look back on that he didn't do well. But again, he sparked enough in our offense at the times that we needed it to be able to help us win the game. So I'm really proud of him. I thought he played with poise. I thought he held his poise, and I thought that, you know, under pressure, he did a nice job.